I'm so happy we found Precia is still okay. She told us that if we go to the Cape and summon the 3 machines, Zaygot's palace will appear. We're almost there, and I'm a little frightened.
As we get closer to the fight with Zaygot, I think more and more about our first adventure in the Forest of Silence. I sorta wish we were back there. Though I've learned a lot since then, I'm afraid I don't know enough to defeat Zaygot.
We returned to Precia's mansion and found that she was still safe. She gave us detailed instructions on how to make Zaygot's palace appear, so we're off to the Cape. It's strange, but I find myself wondering if Ferrio's all right.
The Cape of Legend was the same place we met Clef when we dropped into this crazy place and he was turned to stone. But if I defeat Unova, I think we may be able to finally remove the spell.
Since we were able to talk to Clef during our adventure, I had no idea he was turned to stone. Just looking at him makes me want to cry. But I suppose if we defeat Zaygot, we can break the spell.
While we were examining the stone statue that used to be Clef, Unova suddenly appeared and transformed himself into this creepy beast. I'm glad this adventure is almost done.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the first of this 3-part finale of Let's Play Magic Knight Rayearth. We're back at the Cape of Legend. We just defeated Unova. We are all set to go, and everybody important anyways that we met along our journey is here as well to support us. It's nice to see that Lucino's here, but he should be, well, resting, I guess. It's like, I've had enough time resting. I'm old, but I'm not tired. He saved the village, well, a bunch of times. His barrier magic is unlike anything else, really. Maybe other than Clef, but he's definitely spirited. Keltus, though. Keltus we had to actually get out of a rut because he was unable to save Sarah's pet. Even though he's supposed to be the best swimmer in Sephiroth. Or one of the best. And we have Sarah herself, who, complete outcast of Taflon, was able to make friends with a supposed monster, Jiminy. And unfortunate for her, Ascot turned Jiminy into a monster, truly. But now Sarah and Keltus have each other, so they're able to continue on. It's nice to see also that Ferio grabbed all of these people while we didn't know where he was. So, you know, he's always looking out for us. Nero might be the... Come on, talk to Nero, please. Nero is probably the least influential kid of them all. Pretty much, well, innocent at heart. He just wanted to just protect his mom from monsters. Ultimately leading us to finding the Spirit Beast, which led us up into the Sky Garden to find Wyndham. Do your parents know that you're here? I guess maybe Ferio told them. And then we have Athena. Athena being the only last doctor who stayed at the hospital in order to help the people who had diseases. People wouldn't be around if it wasn't for her, turning the last leaf of the Tree of Life into an elixir in order to help everyone. And also for Farga, who we gave a little bit of elixir to in order to help with getting his memory back, even if it was for a short while. And then we have Abner. Little soulless-eyed Abner. A little rash, a little rude, but, well, he came through for us by teaching us how to run really quick, teaching us the instant dash, which allowed us to actually get the last leaf of the Tree of Life in the first place, even though he wanted to get it himself. His heart's in the right place. And, you know, he's always there for the kids. Group date! So there we go. Everybody we've pretty much met on our journey that's been helpful. Who's, well, still alive. Ascot and Rafarga is not still here, but in the end we also have Ferio. Ferio's probably the biggest mystery so far. Or at least remaining. We still don't really know who he is. Mercenary? Entertainer? Good with a flute? Thief? We don't really know who he really is. But he's always there in a pinch. Trying to do whatever he can in order to save the princess, but where's his motive in that, other than pretty much being very loyal to Sephiroth as a whole? I guess we won't know. Just to do our best. He's gonna leave it up to us. And then we have Clef. Clef's always been for us if we ever decided to make use of his consultations. But he's always been here since the beginning of our journey. Unfortunately, turned to stone. And still is turned to stone. Hopefully he'll be able to help us one last time, because he's running out of time as well. The balance of power will change, allow us to see Zagot's castle. It's weird that Prisia actually isn't here, now that I think about it. She's been helpful. She gave us our weapons, for Pete's sake. Allowed us to actually get started on this journey. But now we have this "Are you ready?" option. This is our point of no return. And if we say yes, we're going to go into the final section of the game with no way back. The Super Nintendo version does it a little bit weirder because you actually have to go through this mini-dungeon before you actually get this prompt. After you get Rafarga into your party, you actually head to the center of Sephiroth, which is this lake. A small lake, with a little island on it, but underneath is an underground, pretty much, cavern of a lot of different platforms, and in the center is a teleporter. If you go through that teleporter, you're getting into the last part of the game with no way back. Same thing, except Rafarga tells you it's a no way back. But I think we're ready to go. There's nothing else for us to do. Let's revive the machines! Sorry for the shaking. Rayearth is kinda huge. We're also looking straight into his crotch. Geez, the cracking looked good, but then it turned into polygons. And now our armor has, well, evolved even further. We weren't expecting this, but now we're actually full Magic Knights. So we might as well look the part. Really cool. As well, Fu has lost her glasses. She doesn't need it anymore now that she's pretty much infused with magic. She can see well. Here we go. We've made it! Welcome to Zaygot's castle, or Emerald's castle. We did it, Clef! Oh. The weird thing about this consultation is that if you did this before you talked to Clef and got the point of no return, you would still get this dialogue, but you would also have Umi kind of saying Clef. And you would also have these portraits here too. So a little bit spoiler-ish if you're doing it out of order. But nothing too big. Time to kick some butt. The weird thing about the Sega Saturn version with the final battle, pretty much, is that it's a straightaway towards Zaygot, where there's a whole entire dungeon, 2 dungeons, in fact, before you actually get to Zaygot, and we're going to be covering those, well, in their own video. Said this was a 3-part finale. It's gonna be! Let's head inside. Hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. We're the Magic Knights. We're ready to go. We couldn't be more ready. He's so nice about it. Just incorrect. A little bit posh, actually. Why does the princess have to pray her peace? Why does the princess have to maintain the stability of an entire world by herself? Alcyone and other characters have kind of mentioned this offhand, but now we're hearing this from Zaygot himself? What is it about being the pillar of Sephiroth? Well, he's not going to go into more detail. He's just going to completely exterminate us. Damn, he's going to just completely go off. Here we go! I always go for the cheap shot when fighting Zaygot. He has a couple of things up his sleeve, and in terms of this circular arena, he's gonna be, well, fun to deal with. Not only can you only hit him in certain instances, and I'm already down so much health. That is so not cool. I'm just gonna do this. But he has a couple spells he's able to throw your way. For instance, you got this spell right here, so don't get involved into the square unless, well, you're really going to be dealing with it. You can only hit him in certain areas, or certain times, when he's actually visible. I'm also going to use Flash here, just to do a lot of damage, because I can, and will. But otherwise, he also has that, lightning circle that he does. He is just going to keep using that, doesn't he? I believe he has another attack as well, but I haven't seen it and I don't recall offhand what it's supposed to be. Now that Hikaru actually is a gigantic damage dealer, using her for Flash is pretty much just a go-to in order to do some preliminary damage on Zaygot. Other than that, I always just prefer to use Umi in terms of, well, ow. Just doing a lot of damage really quickly. And then Fu is just there for cleanup. Or to just randomly shoot with arrows. Her charged arrows aren't actually all that effective at this stage in the game. Especially when you're really far away. Ow. Shoot. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. I think this calls for my health potion. Let's use it. Get back up on your feet. Flash. With the health potion and the magic potion in your inventory, you're technically able to use Flash 3 times. And did I miss? Oh, if I missed, I'm so disappointed in myself. There we go. Now he's a little bit deeper in color, so now he's in critical state. And there we go. Here's the final thing. I probably told myself something. But yes, he does rain meteors on you, which are really hard to dodge. The only real way of dodging those is actually to be in a spell animation. Did I? Wow. How did I die so quickly with that? Oh, that's... Wow. That's it! There we go. Zagot, you're finished. Crystal of my mind's power is a sentence I wouldn't believe.
If you won't accept defeat, we shall crush you completely. Window!
Were you expecting this at all? Welcome to completely new game style. Top-down melee, not shooter. But now we're fighting Zagot's machine. Apparently he has one, which is just a gigantic twist. However, the way we're dealing with it is completely, well, weird and unbelievably, like, you're not prepared for it the first time. It completely changes your playstyle with each of the girls, which you're able to still switch between on the fly. But the thing is, you have no access to your inventory in these kinds of forms. You only have one spell each as well. So make sure you're getting the most out of each of the girls' health and not squandering it, because if you do, it's not a good thing. Also don't have enough MP in order to use it one more time. Boo's arrow is also kind of superpowered right now. Ow, I always get hit by the tip of the shield. Also be good in order to actually get rid of that shield, because there are different parts you're actually able to fight against. See? Cracked and now it's gone. Gonna be very helpful afterwards. Or, you know, I could just, like, be awful. Because, you know, being awful is awesome. Didn't you know? So he swipes, he lunges, he sends off little bots in order to just shoot lasers at you. I'm honestly not sure of how I'm supposed to feel about this whole kind of situation here, because it comes way out of left field, and Hikaru's already down. This is usually how me fighting this boss works. But then again, Zagot having machine of his own is a little bit offhand as well. He completely blindsided me with that one. I didn't expect him to do 2 swipes. There we go, I actually hit him with the whirlwind. Good. I'm usually just reckless with this fight, but you shouldn't have too much trouble with it after you do it a couple times.
Forgive me, dear Emerald.
And Zagot is defeated! He defeated him and his machine! Only 2 of the girls died in the process. We are looking good. And with that, we can now go straight on for Emerald. And we'll do that next time. See you next time, everyone, as we go give Princess Emerald a big hug.